The entire state legislature votes on the budget, but a lot of the negotiating takes place right here in the governor's office in a meeting of what they call the Big Five, the top Republican and Democrat from each house, plus the governor behind closed doors.
Everything that is being said inside my office during the Big Five meeting stays inside that office. That's the rule we always have.
But Republican Senate leader Dave Cogdill says at the last meeting that wasn't the case. He says leaks to the press about what was discussed have irreparably compromised the bargaining process, and he no longer sees the meetings with the governor as productive. But Governor Schwarzenegger called that an excuse. He says leaks are nothing new.
We have experienced that many times, but it has never stopped me from negotiating.
At this press conference, the governor announced a new tax commission that will study long-term ways to avoid this sort of budget mess. Its aim is to smooth out the ups and downs in the state's revenue.
Our effort is not to raise taxes. That's not the purpose of this commission.
But the governor knows it's the legislature and not the new commission that has to fix this mess. A projected nearly $15 billion shortfall for this year's budget and estimates as high as $40 billion for next year. So he's begging the other members of the Big Five to keep negotiating, with or without the governor.
I urge the legislative leaders, again, Democrats and Republicans, to sit down and to work, even if you have to work through all night, work, and save this state.
In fact, if lawmakers can't reach an agreement, Assembly Speaker Karen Bass said she would consider putting the Capitol on lockdown for Christmas so nobody can go anywhere until this problem is solved. Meanwhile, the deficit keeps growing, and this giant clock outside the governor's office keeps ticking. In the newsroom, Jonathan Bloom, KRON 4 News.